This is Dolynny TV, friends. Welcome aboard to today's Edmonton Oilers discussion as we get fired up on a Friday edition in the middle of August. Oh yeah, it's already August 9th. We can officially say tomorrow begins the middle of August, and while that begins, the countdown to hopefully a Leon Draisaitl contract extension coming very soon before the end of the month. And that is where I say we're getting down to crunch time, and we're getting down almost to panic time when it comes to this contract extension for Leon Draisaitl. Again, friends, what I'll do is encourage you to hit that subscribe button here on the channel, here on Dolynny TV. Check things out. Go comb through. Lots of other stuff to get to, and lots of other stuff as well. I want you to be a part of the channel. That's my best ad. And I'll also tell you in the comment section of today's video, I meant to do it yesterday, Gillis TV, who also covers the Oilers, kind of does some other stuff as well. His channel link will be there for you to go hit subscribe on. All right, enough about me, but enough about Gillis TV. What I need you to do right now is listen up, because the Oilers, well, the discussion last night on Oilers Now was about not wanting to have the Leon Draisaitl contract looming over you going into training camp. I don't think Draisaitl's camp wants that. I don't think the Oilers want that. I don't think anybody outside of maybe other teams' media wants that to be a possibility. Fans certainly don't. And that is where the Oilers are running down the clock here really tight to get this done, in terms of it's almost time to panic. It is almost time to start freaking out that this thing isn't done yet. And I mean, it seems weird in a summer where we have always been certain, it feels like, that this is going to get done. We've been assured this is going to get done. We've been told it's close. We've been told it's not close. We've had Stan Bowman talk. We've had everybody talk about it. And it's still not done. So when I'm looking at this right now and I'm trying to understand what's about to happen here, either we're going to have a very quick, clean turnaround on this, right? You're going to hear a day before the signing is announced by the Oilers that, hey, this is happening, and then the next day, done. Or you're going to have this long drawn out process of the next, well, I guess 2 weeks here as we count down the clock to late August, and all of a sudden the rookies start gathering up a little bit here around the start of September. Is you're going to have this situation where it's just everybody starts panicking sometime, probably by around the 15th if it ain't done, right? Oilers media starts, well, okay, maybe there's some doubt here. Oh my goodness, we still have nothing. Whatever the case might be. And you know how anytime anything in oil country that's the slightest bit, maybe not positive, it gets blown up across national media when it comes to Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid, simply because when you've got the best 2 or 3 players, whatever you want to say, obviously I really highly respect Nathan MacKinnon at this point of his career, but whether you want to call Connor the 1-2 punch in the NHL or the 2 of the top 3, I really don't care. When those 2 guys have some kind of doubt around them, things get out of control fast. And I mean, we've always heard about Leon in Boston. We've heard so many things about this situation and how it may unfold that very well, the longer this takes the rest of this month, the worse it's going to get in terms of how the media kind of blows up the story, how just much of a circus it becomes. And it's really just, to me, to talk about it today, the reason I'm talking about it is it feels like all summer I've been saying this is going to get done. It's, hey, we're just going to take our time. It'll all be fine. And then all of a sudden you look down, you're looking for topics to talk about, and there's just nothing in terms of oil country today. And then you'll look at it, other than the Wayne Gretzky trade 30 whatever years ago, who cares? Because, I mean, yeah, nobody's got the same opinion on that. And, I mean, trying to please the crowd on that one's just not going to win. That said, you look around, and it's August 9th, and Leon Draisaitl's still not signed to his extension. So that's where all of a sudden it's like, oh, man, wait a minute. Yikes. I just felt that hit me right in the chest, and yeah, okay, maybe we should talk about that today, because yeah, for if it doesn't happen soon, the realization is, and quite honestly, just straight up, hey, I know how this works. It's going to get messy, right? I think there's going to be a lot of panic. There's going to be a lot of discourse about panic when it comes to either having to trade Draisaitl, right? There will be some trade talks. Especially if this runs into the last week of August, there will be like, well, okay, if this doesn't happen, the Oilers are going to have to line up a trade with these guys, whatever the case might be. But again, it feels crazy that we're at this moment where I'm talking about this right now, just because it's like we've been walking to this point all summer and it's felt comfortable, it's felt cool, other than the 30 degrees there for 2 weeks. But you get where I'm going. It's been a nice steady stream to kind of get into where we're going to be at the end of the summer with the Leon Draisaitl contract extension. And what was, at least for me, I was expecting a big week of news this week where, hey, at least something's going to break, and then probably, around the 15th to the 25th, the Leon Draisaitl contract is going to be done. You're now sitting on the 9th, going into the weekend. Bob Stauffer's not on Oilers Now today, and you're kind of counting down through the weekend. There will probably be nothing, and then bang, you're into next week already, and it's August 12th, and I like the picturesque idea where it's, hey, bang, this might happen tomorrow, and then boom, it happens tomorrow. That would be great. That would be awesome, but it's probably not going to be the case. And of course, if that's not the case, get ready for a circus over the next 2 weeks starting on Monday is what I'm going to tell you, because I don't care if it comes down to Leon and Connor at any point and there's some just not so comfortable topics to be talked about with them. It becomes a circus around the NHL media. So, that's where I'm sitting, right? This is a little uncomfortable at this point, and it's not really that we're in trouble or we're almost out of clock. Oh my God, panic right now. It's just it just hits you kind of right now on a Friday evening when you're sitting here taking stock of all the other topics that have to go on, and you look at like Leon Draisaitl's contract extension kind of impacting Dylan Holloway and Philip Broberg signing, and other stuff like a Cody Ceci trade, Evander Kane LTIR, and you peel it back, it's like, how did we get to this point? And you just realize summer has been winding down way too fast. I mean, again, when summer doesn't start until June 24th in Alberta, it goes by quick, okay? You get 2 good months here to begin with, and usually it's June 15th to August 15th, so you burnt off 9 days, and now it's already August 9th, and it's 6 degrees when you're driving to work in the morning. That's all of a sudden things start creeping in your mind about panicking about things that were supposed to be done by the end of the summer. So that's where I find myself today, friends. I don't know if I'm going to find any company on that, but I'd love to hear from you. Definitely comment where you're sitting on this, where you think this is going to head over the next week. Again, it feels crazy to repeat myself from last Friday or Saturday whenever I did that video, but I would expect at some point, and it's got to be this week if you want anything to happen at some point this summer, a big week of news coming ahead, right? At some point, a big week has to happen here in this August if you've got 3 players that desperately need contracts in Broberg, Holloway, and of course you've got a guy in Leon Draisaitl needing an extension, and then you still got a possibility of a trade that might not happen until training camp, and then Evander Kane. At some point we got to find something out about that scenario, and we still haven't to this point, and we've only got 20 days remaining in the month as we speak right now. So let's figure it out, right? I guess 22. Sorry, I did my math funny there, but you get where I'm going, friends. Dolynny TV, thanks for being aboard again. One more time, you can find Gillis TV's channel down in the bottom, and of course I'd encourage you to hit the subscribe button here. We're running out of topics in the middle of August, but hopefully this video is the precursor to a whole bunch more topics that we actually have to talk about in a little bit here next week. I am up on out of here. Have a great weekend if you're not back the rest of the weekend, but for right now, that's it.